Describe your vision of the balance between service delivery to the citizens of Nassau County and the need to be fiscally responsible with taxpayers' money.
Okay, that's a very good one. That could take more than 30 seconds for me. But no, it's really a hard thing, and what we do is we tried to do that last year. We had a person from our Office of Management and Budget go around and do talks with people and say, okay, if you don't want to pay any more, are you comfortable with not having your road graded every week but every 2 weeks? Are you comfortable with having? But the biggest thing is, and I campaigned on this 4 years ago and I still stand by it today regardless, there's three things that are absolutely tantamount to this, what we need. Public safety, number one, infrastructure, roads, and economic development. And the rest can, we'll figure it out from there.
I think the problems we have today with ad valorem are going to create issues for us down the road with parks and recreation. When I was president of Little League, our Little League raised the money to pay for the lights. We raised the money to pay for the uniforms. We paid the insurance on the property and on the children. We did it all ourselves. Today, it doesn't happen that way. The county pays for it. So the county has to decide whether that is a benefit that they're willing to keep and pay for, or is it something that we need to go back and look at and redo. I worked extensively with both Pop Warner football and Little League and U League, and we always paid our way, and I met some of the best people in my life at the ballpark, working side by side. And that's what I think we should do.
Could you read the question again, please?
Sure. Describe your vision of the balance between service delivery to the citizens of Nassau County and the need to be fiscally responsible with taxpayers' money.
With no money, the county is no longer. We have to be fiscally responsible. We can weigh the services, we can put a value on them, and then we can start cutting from the bottom of that list, if you will. But there's a point in time where you don't have the money. You either have to raise taxes, or you have to drop expenses, or you have to drop services, or you have to let people go. And that's a hard choice, but there's not a lot of science to it. I believe also that the last services to go are the public service, public safety, the fire and police protection. EMT services are tantamount to living here. But you just have to be careful how you do it. You have to take your time and be proactive and be all foreseeing to know how and what to do.
The balance certainly will be the challenge, but I have to agree that your well-being and your safety, that's part of our mission statement as being a county commissioner. So we have to protect those, the police and the fire, the EMTs, all of those things. So, but it is a challenge, and this county is on the verge of some disasters if we don't make other negotiations in other areas, and that's why I keep pushing this Better Nassau. We've got to create other sources of revenue, and if we do that, the balance will be so much easier. So let's diversify, and let's go forward.
Nassau County continues to grow each year. Some people welcome a multitude of growth. Some like growth in moderation, while others prefer to keep the county as small and quaint as possible. What are your plans and visions for growth and economic development for our county?
I say Nassau County has to grow. If you quit growing, you die. And we have proved that the past few years as when we had concurrency issues and we were unable to permit businesses in Nassau County, we saw our people move here and then go to work in Jacksonville. So I think what we need to do is work to build industry, build jobs, and try to keep the county is big, it's large. We need to look at the western part of the county for the industrial part of it, give those people a chance to grow in their communities, and take some of the tax burden off the eastern part of the county. 60+% of the ad valorem taxes are paid in districts 1 and 2. By working for industry in that area, we'll increase the worth of that part of the county and create jobs at the same time. Thank you.
I agree. I believe growth is necessary to the county. You have to grow to live. Our county is unique in that we have the gamut from one extreme to another, from the west to the east. We have the tourists, we have the recreation on the east, we have the rural, the farming on the west. For a great extent, I think that will take care of itself. I do, however, feel that we need to continue growing. I think that the things that are good for the east will appear in the east, and I think the good things that are good for the west will appear in the west. But yes, in fact, we do have to continue growing.
I'm an advocate of responsible growth and sustainable growth. And when you look at the county and where we are set up for some tremendous growth. But again, doing that responsibly and sustainably. Somebody in the back tonight asked me, what do you mean by sustainability? And what I mean by that is the plan of action that we put in place now should be able to be carried forward from generation to generation. I'm not for urban sprawl. That's gotten our country into some very tight situations. So bringing in people who are skilled and who are knowledgeable in that area, and the commission board taking advice from them who've been there, done it, and got 2,000 t-shirts, we can move forward with responsible and sustainable growth and be very successful in setting this up for generations to come.
Yeah, we've basically implemented a lot of those programs in right now, and just like what Mr. Stoops just said about the urban sprawl thing, we've got it where commercial, that was one of the biggest things, the concurrency issues that we were dealing with made it to where you had to go way out to do something. You couldn't do it right where everybody wanted to congregate. We've worked on that. We worked to get rid of the concurrency issues that we were facing. And, you know, that's the biggest thing that we're looking at right now is the commercial. If you bring commercial in the Fishkind study, Dr. Fishkind said, commercial, you make more money off of that than you do off the residential. But then again, it's a delicate balancing act because the commercial's not going to come in unless there's enough rooftops to support the commercial.
Would you introduce and or support a law making Nassau County a UN Agenda 21 free zone, as several other counties have done?
Yes, I would do that, and I would do everything I could do to force that on the state.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I'm all in.
See, we saved you walking time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I kind of feel like I'm slowing things down here, so I'm thinking. Do you believe the county government should encourage businesses to move to Nassau County by providing financial incentives or not? You want me to repeat that, anybody?
No, not for me. I'm good. Again, first of all, yes, I do agree with that, but I also think we should be taking care of our current businesses. Interviewing with the manufacturing committee a few weeks ago, that's what I said to them. I am for manufacturing. I am for incentives that allows you to come in and makes it easier for business to come in and be started in the county. But let's not forsake our current and responsible business owners in Nassau County. Let's give them incentives first.
Well, first of all, I think we got the greatest county in the state of Florida. If they want to come here, they can come on right now. We got the lowest tax rates. We've got, best now. Having said that, if Apple Computer wants to move their whole headquarters here to Nassau County, I would be willing to listen to them and work with them to see what it would take. But I don't think we just throw something out there and say, if you want to move your company here, we'll give you $100,000, each year off for 4 years off of your property tax. I want to see what they're going to do before we just sell the house or go all in, as Mr. Edwards just said, on something. I want to see the proof in the pudding, so to speak.
I think the way we have to look at this is, number one, are we going to give them a tax incentive based on the number of jobs and the dollar value of those jobs? Because before we do anything, first we need to know what cards are in the game and what they're bringing. We have to know how they're going to react when we need the business. But we can't just go haphazardly. We need to know what the value is 5 and 10 years down the road, and then we need to make a decision whether an incentive in taxes. I don't think money, I think taxes or help in another way is the way to go.
I think we need to do whatever we can do to get business here. I don't like the idea of incentives. I feel like, and this is a quote or whatever, but I feel like if you have to pay somebody to come, you're going to probably end up having to pay them to stay. I think Nassau County is attractive enough. I think Nassau County has the quality that a lot of people live for, that incentives for the people to come or for the businesses to come should be like a last resort. I'm not totally against it, but that would be a last resort for me.